I'm Courtney McGann, and I'm here to talk about parosmia. It's a weird word even. All of it's weird. So if you're watching this, you probably already have a fair understanding of what parosmia is, but I'll go over what it is for me. Mine is COVID related. And my understanding is that you can get parosmia one of two ways, from a head injury or from a upper respiratory infection. It's surprising to me because my COVID infection was pretty mild. I quarantined for the 14 days. It wasn't nearly even as bad as a flu. I did lose all taste and smell completely. I was recovering for 2 months, and then I got hit with parosmia really hard on October 3rd. So I have now been living with parosmia for 4 months. For me, it is an extreme distortion of taste and smell. Things that are usually pleasant to me or even everyday scents are horrific. A lot of us describe them with the same words: chemically sweet, but not in a good way, death, rotting, all of those things. So the very first day I realized something was wrong. I had been out all weekend, hadn't really eaten that much, and I ordered my favorite Jimmy John sandwich, Vito with jalapeno chips. Yes, please. I can't wait to have one again. And I came and I was so hungry, and I rose it up to my mouth, and it smelled so god awful. I thought it was off. So then I smelled the jalapeno chips, and this Jimmy John's must just be going down because all of this is wrong. And so then, having just gone through anosmia, which is lack of taste and smell, I was like, okay, well, let me go try other things. And every single thing I picked up had the same really horrible, really off smell. This is my dog Lainey, by the way. So ever since then, I've had severe parosmia. The first thing I did was do research, figure out what was going on, because immediately when you can't eat anything, you need to find a solution pretty quickly. So I did a lot of research. I found out that this thing is pretty rare, but it's becoming less rare now that there are so many COVID infections and that we've had a little time afterwards, because it does seem to have some happen during your COVID infection, but most of the ones that I've read follow the same timeline as mine, that was a month to 2 months post-COVID. So yeah, that's my journey. As I said, it's been 4 months. I'm down 30 pounds because my food list is like 4 foods. Saving a lot of money. That's an upside. So why am I doing this? I'm doing this because parosmia is very isolating and very anxious making. So I can honestly say it's the hardest. You shush. I can honestly say it's the hardest thing I've ever been through. Having said that, I am through the worst of it. I'm learning to live with it, and I'm choosing to look on the bright side of all of this crazy, weird stuff. So I did my research. I found a group on Facebook called Absent, ABSCENT. I believe when I joined, it was about 3,000, then a group of 3,000, and now 4 months later, it's a group of about 7,000. But more people are getting it, and we're getting more awareness to it. Like, I've seen it in BBC and a few other major news outlets. And I'm not like looking for a parosmia awareness day. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because as I said, it's very isolating. It is very anxious making, and unless you feel like you have a community, you're kind of all alone on this weird island. So when I found the Absent group on Facebook, it really helped me. It helped me figure out safe foods. It helped me figure out anxiety triggers. This is my vlog, not yours. And it helped me just keep a positive attitude about all this. And that's why I'm starting this. So I want to talk about a few different topics. Okay, so going forward, I want to discuss safe foods, safe odor-free products, how to maintain social relationships, drinking with parosmia. It's hard, but I do it. I make sure it gets done. I mean, you can't take away all my vices. You just can't. So I power through it. Weight loss, BB. Explaining parosmia, or talking about parosmia to friends, family, and colleagues. Dating with parosmia, vacationing with parosmia. Food is such a big part of every day. It's part of our society. It's part of our communities. And so when that element is taken away, it's tough. And the anxiety that comes around this is pretty crazy. I was never an anxious person before, but environments, smells, really a lot makes me anxious these days because of it. And I really am not 100% sure. Roomba, not now. I'm not 100% sure where that comes from, but it has been explained to me in a way that I thought was interesting and how I relay it to my friends and family. So there are so many like feel good dings a person has in a day in their mind, right? A nice smell, you know, the touch of a hand, a delicious sandwich, looking forward to a family event, looking forward to, you know, that pot roast you have at home, whatever it might be, whether it's food related or not. So when you take out scents and you take out food, you get a significant lower amount of those feel-good dings that pop off in your head. I forget the percentage, the average percentage, but it's significant. And when that happens, something chemically happens in your brain where anxiety and depression are concerned. So you can have the most positive attitude in the world, but it really affects you. That mixed with the cold turkey off of sugar and caffeine and meat and all those great things can cause a really, really tough month. And then couple that with not really knowing what's going on, not being able to find a lot of research, not being able to go to doctors. And you can go to doctors. That's just something I'm going to cover in another episode, I guess these are called. So yeah, if you want to learn more about parosmia and maybe start a little community with me, I would love it if you would subscribe. I'd like to do these on a weekly basis and go over the topics I was talking about before, and we'll see where this takes me.